Hello, Theuns.
Theuns, yes.
Could you please introduce yourself to our audience and speak about your role in the project?
Yes, of course. So as I said, my name is Theuns. I'm our senior licensing producer at IO Interactive, working on First Light. As you would expect, a game like this, it's a licensed IP. So we of course have our licensor with Amazon MGM. Part of what I do is making sure that everything that we're putting in the game, they have rights on reviewing and all of that. So I'm that bridge between us and them to help approve the content going in. What this means as we were building and developing First Light, a great boon to the project was that with that territory also came access to the consultants and those who have previously worked on the franchise, to really make sure that we get that level of authenticity that you would expect from the Bond IP and from this new chapter of Bond in gaming.
Yeah, I personally have a very emotional connection to 007 because when I was a kid, I watched a lot of movies with my father. It was one of the first movies that he introduced to me.
Yeah.
So is there any pressure in working an IP of this size?
I think for us, we see it as a great opportunity. As you know, with IOI, we have over 25 years of agent fantasy experience. So from the very beginning, it felt like a really good fit for us to be the ones working on this. And our licensors agreed, and they trust us, and we have a really great collaboration there ongoing as well. So we have some of the best members on our team to really make sure that this Bond experience that we're bringing to life is going to be at the quality that our fans expect.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you have a favorite movie or book from the series?
For me personally, I would probably say when it comes to the films, I really enjoyed Casino Royale. That was a standout one for me. Similarly, No Time to Die, that was great. But I grew up with the Pierce Brosnan era, so I have a few favorites there as well. But if you're forcing me to pick one, I'll probably say Casino Royale.
As I recall, the most recent game of the franchise was released about 13 years ago. So why make a new game now?
That's a great question. For us, I think that the timing is just working out really well. What First Light is, in essence, it's a third-person, story-driven action-adventure game, right? And right now, I think that the players and the market has space for that, has a hunger for that. And we're very exciting to step into that and to bring this to audiences out there who want to go on this bombastic, cinematic-esque, elevated narrative experience. And that is what we're focusing on. Within the gameplay, we see it a bit as almost like a breathing style where sometimes we lock you in on a bit of a focused, linear narrative spectacle moment to drive the story forward, to drive the action forward. And then other times we open up a little bit again. We give you more of an open space, and it's up to you to be Bond your way. So at your disposal, you've got gadgets, you've got stealth, you've got his charm, his wit, all of this to decide how you want to achieve your objective and take that creative approach. And we're very excited about that.
You guys took a different approach regarding the protagonist. In the movies, he's already mature, he's has a lot of experience. Now in the game, we have a young Bond. So why you play with him while he was still training?
No, I think from the very beginning, that was something that we had kind of set our minds on. This reimagined origin story of a young James Bond means that he's not yet an MI6. He hasn't yet become, the rough, gruff agent that you perhaps might know. He's still very much in learning, and he needs to go through 00 training. This gives us an opportunity not only from a narrative point of view, but from gameplay and progression as well. That as he is, busy, as he's going through and meeting a bunch of, amazing characters around him to help flesh him out and train him and help him to be who he needs to be, as he needs to earn his number, you're on that journey along with him. So you're very much connected into that sense of progression, that sense of the gameplay and story moving forward. and we felt that was a great vehicle to bring to players.
And while working in a licensed IP, there's any restrictions that you guys need to follow, like a guideline for the best character or not?
I mean, as I said, we work extremely closely with our licensors. So
Yeah.
a lot of the creative decisions, we do in tandem. We discuss together, we review together, we look at it to make sure that all round we're bringing the experience we want to. But at the same time, IO Interactive has that creative liberty to take the that driver's seat of the experience we want to bring to life, and our partners trust us with that.
In my opinion, 007, he blends a perfect balance of action, espionage, and drama. We will have a lot of this in the campaign.
Exactly, as you would expect, that is what we're going for. This is the world of espionage for James Bond.
Yeah.
And with that, comes that stealth, action, combat, high pace, car sequences, of combat. And if the enemy, comes at you with a certain level of force, you get to reciprocate, and you have the license to kill in that moment. You have your service pistol with you. You have ways to disarm enemies, as you saw there. Jump, grab, keep the action flowing, keep it moving forward, and then situation contain, go back in. So that in itself is a fun gameplay loop that we were able to add in.
Yeah. One of the charms of 007, it's the breathtaking locations. I got a little glimpse of that.
Yeah.
How is the process of creating these locations for the game?
I mean, a lot of research, a lot of planning goes into it. It's that elevated hyper realism, of places where you as a standard, we mere mortals, we cannot get into, but Bond does. That's his world. That's where he operates, right?
Yeah.
And I think another unique thing, as I mentioned, this is a true video game blockbuster that's ushering in a new chapter for Bond in the gaming space, and that gives us opportunity to go to places where perhaps real life, crews could not go. And that is very exciting because we get to take you there, and you as a player get to move through those spaces and experience that firsthand.
I noticed in the demo that we have some iconic brands from the franchise, like Jaguar, the car. How is the process of taking these brands and putting them in a game?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, as a licensing producer, that's the bread and butter of what I help with. We have great partners that we work with. We're partnered with Omega, Aston Martin, Jaguar Land Rover, Triumph, a few others more that I will speak on later. But everybody is equally excited and equally on board to collaborate and work together on bringing this best experience to life, lifting the quality, so they themselves get to have a look under the hood, so to speak, of how and where they're going in, and everybody's happy with that. So all throughout collaboration with all partners.
Yeah. Does the game have any connection to any movie or book?
No, for us it's a standalone narrative.
Long.
Yes, it's like I said, it's our reimagined telling of an origin story for James Bond.
Can you give us an average about the game length, or is that something that you guys want to keep a secret for now?
It's more that those metrics are not what is making the decisions for us. It's about the overall experience. So different players perhaps will have different speeds that they play through the game, but we're going to take you to some locations that are perhaps way bigger, more grandiose, and others a bit more linear or smaller spaces. But it's about the story we want to tell and what we want to take you through. But as well, this is the Bond universe, so that level of immersion is something we pay a lot of detail to as well. So when you find yourself in maybe familiar franchise spaces, perhaps you want to stick around a little bit, move around, see the characters, see the environment, really take that in, and that is part of the experience.
The Brazilian community is very passionate about games. Can we expect Portuguese subtitles in the game?
I'm not sure if that's part of our topics that we're discussing at this point in time. But we have obviously we're planning to cover a variety of localization and so on. But I think as we get closer to the time, we'll be able to speak more on that.
Do you have a final message for 007's fans and gamers in general that are expecting the game?
I think they have a lot to look forward to. As I mentioned before, this third-person story-driven action adventure is a great opportunity for fans of the franchise, or even those who are new, to experience Bond in a way they haven't before. To play Bond the way they want to play him, just have that blockbuster experience of enjoyment, and we are very, very excited to bring that to life.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.